Okay, we're going to do a video of a 63 Corvette Roadster restomod. I'm going to make this kind of quick and do it all in one swoop so we don't have a bunch of videos to splice back together. The car is a no-hit body. It's got the original 63 hood grills on it. It's on a Corvette correction chassis with late model C4 suspension. We've added side pipes. The paint is PPG Concept, which is a urethane single stage. The primer is PPG Global Systems Epoxy D822. The chrome is all triple plated. Show chrome has all been redone by J&M Stainless of Bunnell, Florida. The tail lights are changed to LEDs so that they're brighter. Has a license plate lamp. The gas cover is a 67 Corvette. Gauges are Dakota Digital. Glove box door has been changed from a 63 to a 67, I think. It's all new. Interior is all leather by Al Knock. All the glass is new. It's all tinted. Engine is an LS3, 436 horsepower. It's got a custom made, polished 4-inch aluminum cold air intake, aluminum radiator, small fan, 160 amp plated alternator, part of the Vintage Air front runner pulley system. ABS power brake, that's American Brake and Steering power brake. Willwood master cylinder for the hydraulic clutch. You want to make sure you keep an eye on these vacuum ports. There's a red one here in the back. If the car ever backfires, those will pop off and the car won't run right. And then there's another one up here in the front. You may not be able to see it. It's to the left of the throttle body. It's black. It's up there at the top. There's a power steering reservoir. The electric pump is down here on the frame. That's an accumulator ball. There's a pump. That's all for the power brake system. There's a separate fuse and a separate relay for that operation. The hood lift is a Fergelli 6-inch stroke, 130 pound or 30 pound force. The relay and the fuse for the fan is up here in the front, driver's side on the radiator support. You can see it's a 60 amp fuse, 50 amp relay. Headlight buckets have all been refit. They are original 63, so they're fiberglass, double fiberglass. The grill on the car is a 67. There's the grill. Wipers are aftermarket. Stainless has all been polished. Interior is stock 63 with a 64 through 7 shifter console. Seats are leather, new foam. The frames are rebuilt. The center console is custom made. It has a 1998 to 2002 Volvo 850 armrest that's recovered in leather. This has a pull out for cups. You can use one or two. It's pretty neat. And then underneath it is a storage area where you can put whatever you want. I'm going to replace the boot. That's the only thing that needs to be done on the car. The gauges are Dakota Digital analog VHS gauges. Very, very nice gauge package. Chrome, I did it, steering column, 15-inch wheel, stock horns. The top two knobs here are your AC controls, fan, and function. The radio is an AAR short box radio, which has Bluetooth and all the latest and greatest stuff. There's a short glove box because of the AC, but nonetheless it's a glove box. The speaker in the front is a dual voice coil, auto sound speaker, custom auto sound, which is very nice. Visors are stock, rear mirror is stock. Power windows, switches are down here. There's the window operating. They're slow, but that's the way the original ones were. There's your air conditioning ducts, one on each side. Rubber, black mats. Seats fold forward. Deck lid is finished underneath. All the pieces and parts for the deck lid have all been bead blasted, wire wheeled, and clear coated so that they all look nice. The latches, male, female, front and rear, are brand new reproductions. The top is a stay fast harsh cloth top. There's the pillow for the window. In the back you have a 4-channel Kenwood amplifier and a 6-inch SAS bazooka tube. The sound in the car is very good. There's an access panel behind the seats that houses your car fuse box, and everything's marked so you can change fuses and or relays from there for those things. Around on the other side of the car is where the remote and relay is for the hood lift. So if you ever have to have that serviced, we're behind the driver's seat to the left, and there's the Forgelli remote right there. You can see on the other side of the fender, that's where the connections are for the computer. That's the ECM for the engine with the 3 plugs, and on the firewall, the black box there is the main fuse box for the engine system. Doesn't have anything to do with the car. Here's a shot of the top of the master cylinder brakes. There's three wells in it. Make sure you don't overfill this thing. Talk to me before you work on it. I did it steering column, Borges and knuckles, going down to the late model Corvette rack for power steering. The top goes up pretty nicely. I'm doing this while we're filming because I don't want to cut the film. So I'm hooking the front but not latching it. And then 2 clicks on the back. Same on the other side. I already had that one in one. And then clamp the top down. And the top is really nice. Okay, inside the car, you got stock leather door panels. The lighter on this car is original, but I fused it, so when you plug your phone or something like that into it, just make sure you don't twist it. Go straight in, straight out. The ignition switch is an original 5-position switch, so you have all the good stuff for that. The emergency brake, we're on the kick panel, knee panel to the right of the driver. This is your control for your heating and cooling. Heat is counterclockwise to the red dot, right, or clockwise is blue. The button right here is your emergency brake. It's operating. And it's set. Light stays on. It's an LED, so it doesn't draw hardly any power at all. It holds the car really well. If you have the ignition switch on, it won't. You won't be able to set it. You have to do it with the ignition switch off. That's a safety feature. I'm letting it go now. Back out. Next to that switch to the left is the hood, the power hood switch. That's hardwired. You also have a remote. You can do it either way. And then if you look way up at the top, there's two little black buttons up in there. Those are your function buttons for your gauges. The one towards the rear of the car is function 1, and toward the front of the car is function 2. This connector right here is your ALDL connector, where you can hook in any OBD2 analyzing equipment. Find out codes and all that. You can see the stock pedal, or the pedal for the LS3, which is a fly-by-wire deal. Of course, you got a dimmer switch. And again, I'm going to fix that mess right there. I put new chrome hockey sticks on the sides of the seats. Here's another look at your center console. Here's a look at the top from inside. Can't really see much, but it's on really nice. All new weather stripping on the car. Sill plate, driver's side. All the mechanisms inside the car have all been redone. Door lock is up on top just like stock. Operates the same way. Start the engine. Gotta close the hood. I'll watch the headlights. I'm turning the headlights on. These are the Detroit Speed headlights. Just pull out on the light switch. You don't have to do anything else. And they come up. They're very fast. They work really nice. Has a license plate light. It has red interior lights. You can see one of them down in there up close. And it has a white interior light in the back. Let's take it for a ride. Be driving and filming at the same time, which would be kind of exciting, I guess. It's just the driveway from my shop. Down there. Okay, here we go. Everything on the gauges works. 160 amp alternator, so it puts out about 15 volts. The car's going to tack about 1800 at 70 miles an hour. Temperature is going to run one notch up from where it is now. It's going to run about 204 degrees normally. 60, 2,000 RPM. And that's in fourth gear, not fifth gear. Signal blinking right there, coming to a stop. Take her home.